Hi everybody, I'm Stefan. Welcome back to another lesson in my Czerny's Opus 599 for Solo Learners course. In this video, we're going to learn exercise number 53. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and if you like what you see, give this video a thumbs up. Also, I offer online piano lessons if you're looking for one. There's going to be information below. And if you'd like to get this very special edition of Czerny's Opus 599 specifically for solo learners, links will be below too. Number 53 is really about syncopation. And syncopation doesn't come very often in the Czerny book, but this one is a really good exercise for that. And if you don't know what syncopation is, the easiest way to explain is when you play a note on the weak beat instead of on the strong beat. If I play the C on the 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and, it's going to be on the beat, so it's not syncopated. If I play it off the beat, I need to play the note on the and, so the second half of the beat. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and. So you always come on the and this syncopation creates a coordination challenge between the two hands, because if the left hand is playing on the beat and the right hand is playing off the beat, you need to be able to coordinate them and come in at the exact time. Syncopation also sometimes means a little bit of accent on the syncopated note to emphasize the syncopation, but it's really about the rhythm. So let's have a look. The first section is the first 8 bars until the repeat sign, and then we've got another 8 bars, and then we have D, C al fine. So go back to the start, da capo, and finish at the fine sign. So play the first section, then the second section, and the first section again. It's like an ABA structure. Tempo is allegro vivace, so fast and lively, but of course always start practicing very slowly and don't go faster than your hands allow you to, your technique allows you to. There's no point in playing it fast if it's full of mistakes or uneven. Play it slow enough, but with correct technique. The key signature is 2 flats, so B flat major, every B and every E is going to be flat, so don't forget that. And we are in 2/4 time, so 2 quarter note crotchet beats in every bar, 1 and 2 and. Let's start with the left hand, it's quite easy. We've got 2 chords only. We've got a B flat chord, B flat D, and we have an F7 chord, F C E flat. Now, as with all chords, make sure the notes go down perfectly together instead of kind of broken up. So accurate chords round the hands, and make sure you have a nice accurate key attack. Rounded hand and firm fingertips. The chords are staccato, so we need to do a little bit of a bounce on them. It doesn't need to be too strong because it's piano, and all the notes are coming on the beat. So let's go. 1 and 2 and 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 1 and 2 and. Super easy, only 2 chords, tonic and dominant. The right hand is not going to be quite so easy rhythm-wise. The melody is not too hard, but we have quite a few crossings here and there, so fingering, again, is a suggestion only, and if you find that something else works better for you, then go with that, but you'll need to find a very comfortable way to navigate the crossings. So the melody goes like this. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, lift. And that's the first phrase. As you can see, there's one very long slur, so we need to keep everything legato and connected. And the second line is the second phrase. So very connected all the way through, and we're going to count 1 and 2 and make sure the syncopated note, so the quarter note, the crotchet in the middle, comes on the and syllable. The fingering I chose here, you can start on 1 or 2, it doesn't really matter, whichever works better for you. You start on the F, then B flat, and then you need to do a crossing here, 5 or 4 back, and then 5 on the F, and coming down E flat, C, A, and then B flat, D, F, 2, 4, or 3, 5. Again, just experiment which one works better for you, but keep it nice and legato, and don't forget your 2 flats. So let's count it out a little bit slower again. 1 and 2 and 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 1, 2. And as you approach the end of that slur, just round off a little bit, make it a little bit quieter at the end to show that it's the end of a phrase. Hands together. Now be very careful. Left hand is staccato, right hand is legato. And the right hand, I'm going to show the first bar a few times so you can really understand the rhythm. 1 and 2 and. Together, right, left, right. 1 and, left hand on the 2, right hand on the and. So only the first note comes together, and after that it's right, left, right. So and, 2 and. Right hand always coming on the and, left hand coming on the numbers. So let's go. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and F chord. 1 and 2 and 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 1, 2. And that's the first section. Second section, very similar rhythm-wise, but a little bit more challenging. Left hand is starting again on the F7 chord, 1 and 2 and then we have a B flat chord in second inversion, so F, B flat, D, 1 and 2 and then an F major chord, 1 and then a B flat, 2 and back to F major. Then F7 again, 1 and 2 and B flat, 1 and 2 and down to a C7, C, G, B flat, 1 and 2 and F and A. So that's a secondary dominant, is the dominant of the dominant. Now let's see the right hand, starting 1 on the F. The first one is going to be an F major chord in the first bar. In the second bar it's going to be a B flat major chord, and then it's going to be an F7 and B flat. So try to be aware of what is the melody outlining. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and number 4, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and, here's a crossing, 1 and 2 and E natural, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. So here at the end we've got these repeated Fs, lovely staccato, finger staccato, and you can do a little bit of slowing down and quieting down, like a preparation for the tune to come back when we go back to the start. Hands together. 1 and 2 and 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 C7, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and going back, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and finishing at the fine sign. So that's how the structure works. So that's the end, and number 53 is not a very difficult exercise. I would say it's one of the easiest ones in the second half of the book, but it's a really fun one, and it really helps you to prepare for syncopation, which is also very, very useful in pop music, as pop music is full of syncopation.